What's up, you guys? On this video today, I will be doing a high skin fade with the half guard on top. My client do have a calic going on right in his hairline area, so I will be showing you guys how to cut a calic properly. Also, my client can go right down to the skin, so I will be using a foil shaver as well. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's hop right into the video. To start this haircut off, I picked up my comb and I'm going to start to comb through the client's hair. I'm looking for any imperfections. I'm looking for which way the hair grows, and I'm looking for any calics that's in the hair. This also lifts the hair off the scalp and easier for the guard to go through the hair. I put on my 0.5 guard and I am going with the grain. You see me put my hand right on his forehead. I do this just so the hair won't fall on my client's face. As I'm cutting down his crown area, notice he have a swirl going on, so I'm cutting that in the direction that the hair grows. And you see me going in a circular motion because he have a swirl, so that's the way I need to cut his hair down. I do not just want to run the guard going right through, especially with a lower guard. I would patch my client. And as I get to the front, I'm just going to continue to chop it down. And notice he have a calic going on, so I combed it out in the direction that it wants to grow, and that's the way that I'm going to cut it. You have to be very careful when you are cutting these calics, so just really take your time when you are combing them out, just to really make sure that the hair is growing in the direction that you are cutting. And I'm not going to leave the calic the way it is right now. I am going to comb it back in place, but this is me just making sure that I'm knocking it down the correct way. Once I knock it down, I am going to comb everything right back forward, so you're really not going to see that little patch that's sitting right there. But that's pretty much how you handle a calic. Just comb it out in the direction that it go, and you will have to cut it in the direction that it grows as well. Next, I set in my first initial bald guideline with my sabers. These are my soft trimmers, which means it's not going to leave a harsh line for me. And I feel like I have a lot of clients that get high fades. I don't know why, but pretty much all of my clientele really get high fades. Like, it's crazy how popular this haircut is. So I picked up my Gamma Skins, and these are basically just balding clippers. So I'm just going to use this to debulk all the hair that's at the bottom, and the next step, I'm going to pick up my foil shaver and bald him completely out. And I like using these Gamma Skins because it take a lot of stress off my trimmers when I am debulking. So then I pick up my foil shaver, and notice I'm just using just a single side, and once I get right to the top of the guideline, I'm going to start to flick out because I do not want to take this foil shaver line all the way up to my guideline because it would create a harsh line for me. So my next step, I'm using my JRLs, and I am lever open, and I'm going up about 1 inch. I am going to stretch this blend out. I do love stretch fade. I do not like a tight fade, so that's why I like my guidelines nice and wide. To take this line out, I go clipper close, and I'm going to start to tap at that guideline. Once I see the guideline shift up, I would open up my lever 1 notch, and I'm going to tap at the guideline again. Once I see that shift, then I'm going to go halfway in my lever, and I should be at the very top of that guideline. If the line still doesn't come out, as you can see, it didn't come out, I will close my lever, and I will repeat the same exact steps. I go close, tap at it, open up my lever 1 notch, tap at it, and I should be halfway in my lever, and I should be at the very top of the guideline. If the line still doesn't come out, I'm just going to pick up my Gamma Skins because these are a lot closer than my trimmers, and I'm just going to use the corner of the blade just to knock out the rest of that line. But usually you would take this line out whatever you set the line in with. Next, I throw on my 1 guard, and I am all the way closed, and I'm going up again about 1 inch, and I'm going over this guideline multiple times to make sure I got it down to its desired length. Then I'm going to open up my clipper all the way, and then I'm going to start to take out that weight line you see near his parietal ridge. So I'm just basically using the hilt of the blade, and I'm just feathering out this line, and I'm all the way open. And you see it's lighting it up. Then I'm going to put my lever halfway, and now I'm going to go a little bit lower than I just was all the way open. Once I do that step, I'm going to close my clipper up all the way, and now I need to be at the very bottom of that guideline. Then I'm just going to go with the grain to try to soften it up a little bit. Then I'm going to go with the half guard, and I'm going to go halfway, and I need to be halfway in the fade since I am halfway in my lever. Then I'm going to close my lever up one notch, and I need to be a little bit lower than I just was halfway in the lever. Now I'm going to go all the way close, and now I need to be at the very bottom of that guideline. I'm going to the line, and I am flicking out. This is a very easy fade to do just because I cut him down to a 0.5 on top. And you can see what I just pointed at. I still see a faint line, so I'm just going back and just repeating the same as that step that I just did with the half guard. And these fades should not take you no time to do. You are literally fading into a half guard. So I took off my guard, and I'm just going lever open just to detail the rest of that line that my half guard could not take out, and I'm just using my corners. And now I threw back on my half guard, and I'm just going to do my raking method. All this does is just brushing down the hair and softening up my blend for me. I love using this method on coarse hair. And you can see where it's a little patchy at right there. I do see that. I just pointed at it. So I'm going to come back with my Babyliss 0.5 guard, and I'm going to go down with the grain first to smooth it out. Then I'm going to come back with the grain open just to try to lighten it up a little bit. Now that I went through my whole system, I'm just going to come back, and I'm going to detail the fade up later. And on this side, I'm just going to speed things up a little bit, and I just want to tap in with my viewers. For those who just now starting to learn how to cut hair, or the ones that's struggling or even discouraged, we all been there once. And one thing that I can say is just enjoy your journey. A lot of the new barbers, you guys kind of just get lost in the moment because you guys expect to just pick up a pair of clippers and just be good at cutting hair immediately. And I'm here to tell you that's not how this craft works. Every canvas is different, and not all hair cut the same. And I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. The more reps that you put in, the better that you will get. And you can't be afraid to mess people up, especially when you are just learning. Because that's a mistake that I see a lot of new barbers make. They be so afraid to mess people up that they are actually not cutting the hair. One thing that helped me out, when somebody sits in my chair, they would ask me, "Yo bro, how long you been cutting hair?" I would tell them I've been cutting hair for 4 years, even though I've been cutting hair for 6 months. I just don't want to tell nobody I only been cutting hair for 6 months, because right away they just gonna think you don't know what you're doing. So I usually like to tell people I've been cutting hair longer, but I only been cutting hair for 6 months. Another gem is you have to sell your haircut. Even though that you probably think that you didn't do a good job, you have to always sell your haircut to the client. So what I like to do is, when I knew I gave somebody a bad haircut, I would say, "Damn bro, I just gave you a blurry fade." Or, "Damn bro, this is one of the best haircuts I ever gave you." And to keep it a buck, a lot of these clients do not know what a clean haircut look like. And last but not least, just be confident in yourself, because a lot of you guys know what you be doing. Y'all know how to fade, but once them clippers turn on, it's like everything that you knew or know about cutting hair, it just goes out the window because you are nervous, you are scared, and you are not confident. and you already thinking that you are about to mess this person up. So if you are already thinking you're about to mess somebody up, then guess what? You are going to mess that person up. Because I don't care what a person look like. I don't care what you say to me. At the end of the day, all I see is hair, and it's my job to cut it. So just enjoy your journey, man. Take a lot of pictures. Even if you think the cut is bad, it's not your best work, just take pictures. And as months go by and as years go by, just go back and look at your old work. And you will be able to laugh at that stuff. Like, damn, I can't believe I left that line there. Or I can't believe I thought that was a clean cut. Like, I still do it to this day. I go back and look at my old photos from 6 years ago, and I laugh at that stuff now. But back then, I used to think I was giving out some clean fades. Like, it's crazy, bro. Just enjoy your journey, man. Enjoy the moment. Keep putting them shots up. Keep being in the shop. Keep being consistent. And I promise you, whatever you put into the game, that's what you're going to get out of it. All right, back to the haircut. I close up the lever. I tap at the guideline. Once that shift, I open up the lever 1 notch, tap at the guideline again. Once that shift, I should be halfway, all the way at the top of the guideline. The line should be out. Then I throw on my 1 guard and I start close, and I'm going up about 1 inch. Then I'm going to open up my lever all the way, starting to feather out that line up top. And I'm using the hilt of the blade, not using the full blade, because I do not want to push this fade up. And once I get to the bottom of the guideline, you're going to see me close my lever up, and I'm just going to start to go to the line and flick right out. Then I'm going to throw on my half guard. I'm going to start halfway, which means I need to be halfway in the guideline. Once I see that start to lighten up, I will close my lever up 1 notch, and I need to be a little bit lower than I just was. Then I'm going to close the half guard up all the way, and now you're going to see me go to the line and flick out, and you can see my transition is coming together. Then I'm going to do my raking method to smooth out the blend and take away some of that bulk. Then I'm going to put some alcohol on my client. He was sweating really, really bad, man. It's hot out here in Florida. So I'll do some alcohol on him to wipe off all the dirt and all the oils. I don't ever like to line somebody up with dirty skin. I always like to work with clean skin. It brings out the sharpest lines. Next, I plant right in the middle for my balance and for my flow. And I start on his weakest side, which would be his right. Turn him around. And I'm going to take my time when I'm setting in this line. I really don't want to rush an edge, and I never like to rush an edge. I like to take my time, take baby taps, and just tap and go. Line up his vertical bar. And just tap and go and connect it, and make sure you hit them corners, man, to really hit them points. Making this edge up nice and symmetrical. Now to line up the other side, I go right back in the middle because that's my balance and that's where everything flows. And I'm just going to take my time, man. I'm going to tap and I'm going to go. Every few taps, I usually like step away. I look at the other side just to make sure that I am lining up both sides evenly. You know, if I have to, I would go behind the client, look in the mirror, I will put the head up, and also you can angle the client head down, and that will really give you a better point of view if the edge up is straight or not by tilting the client head down a little bit. And I'm always brushing or combing through the edge to get all them little baby hairs down, because when the client go home and brush his hair, you don't want them hairs coming down over his edge. So I like to hit every single hair. He want the juice part, so we just gonna put in a nice little line for him. And remember, every design, you know, every hard part, everything have 2 lines. So the first line you see me put in, and then I'm gonna flip the trimmer over and I'm gonna hit the back of the line. So every line have a front part and to have the back part. So always remember that to really make your lines pop. You can see this haircut is coming together. Next, I picked up my Tune 45 straight razor. As you can see, this razor been through the trenches with me. We're gonna ride this joint till the paint fall off, literally. Then I'm gonna start the straight razor, his vertical bars and his edge area. You can see, man, this cut is starting to come together. Once you put that line on somebody, you know, you can really go back and really detail your fade then. And I don't know why, this is my favorite part of the haircut, actually detailing the fade. I love this more than fading. I love this more than lining somebody up. I just love detailing a fade. It's my favorite part. Comment down below, what is your favorite part of a haircut and why? The reason why I love detailing, because this is what really makes your fade pop. This is what really makes this fade my fade, is by me taking the time detailing it and getting my client extra blurry. Like, this is why I'm able to say this is a BLURRY, because I take my time, man. I detail to really make this fade pop. It's crazy what detailing the cut can do, man. It's nuts. Then I just pick up my curved shears and I'm just going to get all them flyaways just to really make sure that I got all this hair laid down. And just look at these extra details that I'm doing, how it just took this haircut to the next level. That's why I take so much pride in my detail work. And this is how my client came in looking. He needed this cut bad, man. Like, he needed this McBlurry. I had to bring them all the way together. It's my dog, man. And this is how he came out looking. A high McBlurry fade, nice and blurry, is blended, no enhancements, all natural. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like any of the products that I've been using on this video, don't forget to go to Tune 45. Type in my discount code MOREFADES to get your 10% off. It's your boy MOREFADES. I'll see you guys on the next video, and I'm out.